Yeah, we on that time. 60 on the board, now we start that climb. Get ready, get set, yeah, the moment's now. When it hits zero, we gon' show you how. Run! Yeah. 50 seconds, feel the energy rise. Heartbeat fast, yeah, you feel that vibe. Lights get bright, yeah, the stage gets set. We ain't even started, but you ain't ready yet. 40 on the clock, now we pick up pace. Every second count, yeah, we in that race. Crowd tuned in, yeah, they locked in tight. Whole room buzzing, yeah, we taking flight. Yeah, 30 seconds left, now we turn it up. No slowing down, gotta fill that cup. Energy peaking, yeah, it's building fast. Blink one time, might miss that blast. 30 on the clock, yeah, we feel to the heat. Baseline knocking, got you out your seat. Hands go up, yeah, we ready to go. Whole vibe shift when we hit that flow. 10, 9, feel that energy climb. 8, 7, yeah, it's almost time. 6, 5, yeah, we live right now. 4, 3, let me hear that crowd. Steve on the mic, yeah, the nurse got skill. Break it down smooth, keep the whole squad chill. Talking about kidneys, yeah, we keep them on track. If your numbers off balance, he gon' bring them right back. Got the wisdom on deck, no stress, just facts. Hydration, motivation, every time he reacts. From the clinic hallway to your podcast feed, dropping gems so fresh, yeah, that's all you need. Stevethekidneynurse, yeah, you know the name. Keep your body in check, yeah, we play no games. Real talk, real health, yeah, we keep it pure. Tap in right now, Stevethekidneynurse, yeah. Stevethekidneynurse, yeah. Stevethekidneynurse.
Hey, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Dialysis at Night with Steve the Kidney Nurse. And I'm Steve the Kidney Nurse. Welcome, TikTok. We got TikTok over here. We got YouTube and Facebook I'm streaming to right now. Please, wherever you're watching, share this live, like, subscribe, do what you got to do to get this broadcast out there to bring more people in to participate in the conversation. Now, let me tell you, before we get started, you know I got to share the disclaimer. Where's my disclaimer at? There we go. The information broadcast, not just on Dialysis in Life with Steve the Kidney Nurse, but Dialysis at Night with Steve the Kidney Nurse as well, is provided for educational and informational purposes only, and is not intended or implied to be a substitute or professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Now, with that out the way, again, share this live because I'm about to show a video, an exclusive. And if you're watching on TikTok, you're going to be able to see it here. But share this live. So look, everybody, let me be clear about why I'm talking about this show tonight. I saw a live stream from a dialysis clinic where a patient, Brother Bernard, had the police called on him twice on 2 different occasions. And you can tell the brother was visibly upset. And you can hear him cursing at the staff. And whether people agree with him or not, that situation deserves a real conversation. Seriously. And I want to show you. So stick around. Steve, I see you. Welcome, brother. That situation deserves a real conversation. Too many people want to react to the drama without discussing what actually matters. patient rights, patient responsibilities, standards of conduct, and facility rules, especially when emotions are high. Dialysis is not the place for chaos, but it also shouldn't be the place where patients feel ignored, dismissed, or handled in a way that makes things worse. So I'm bringing this up because people need to understand both sides. Patients have rights, but they also have responsibilities. Facility has rules, but they also have a duty to handle conflict professionally and safely. When a situation gets heated, everybody needs to know what should happen and what shouldn't happen. That's the conversation we're having today. Real, honest, and straight to the point. Like I said, I'm Steve the Kidney Nurse. I've been in this profession for 40 years. Okay, so if you want to know, like, who is he to talk about this? Why is he talking about this? This is a real concern for me, and I want to get people to understand the do's and don'ts. So let me see if I have any comments right now. And who is this? Kid Bengala, welcome. Welcome to Dialysis at Night with Steve the Kidney Nurse. Now, I'm about to show a video. Again, share TikTok, share this live. Let's get more than 3 people in here because it's about to get popping. YouTube, Facebook, you do the same. Share this live because I'm about to show a video and then we're going to get it cracking. All right. We have an exclusive.
And you cannot go live right now. Mr. Bryson.
You just seen this lady sit here and threaten me. I just showed y'all my phone.
She didn't threaten you.
What did she do? I just showed you both of my phones. And they were off. Okay. And she still stayed right here. That's not right. Why she do me like that?
Please. Okay, you need to calm down. You cannot go live.
And I wasn't.
No live streaming.
Right, I wasn't.
Okay, but you just told me that you're going right now.
Because she just,
okay.
You see what she just did.
I'm going to take you off the machine.
Do what you got to do, Amy. Do what you got to do. Because that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Call the manager. Please, call the manager.
He's live right now.
Get the manager. I am live. Okay. This lady standing behind my back. Standing behind my back. And I wasn't even live. Standing behind my back. Call whoever you want to call. Call the manager. Call the manager.
Mr. Bryson, there's no manager here right now. But I have to...
Well, wait, Lise.
She left for the day. She left for the day.
So who here that I can talk to?
Me or Eleanor?
Who's Eleanor?
She's Eleanor.
The one that was just standing behind me, accusing me?
Okay. Mr. Bryson, please stop doing live streaming.
I wasn't lying until y'all just said something to me, accusing me. Because she seen my phones up here. And then I showed her, and she still want to stand right here. They don't do nobody else like that but me. That's discrimination. Rusty, please, come help me. You can go. Rusty, help me. They don't give a damn about me. They accusing me, and I wasn't doing nothing. I asked for some damn Tylenol. And she come over here talking about, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. And then I showed her my phone, and she still talking about, no, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me.
So,
Just return, give out. Go ahead, just get my blood back. It's all right. That's prejudice. They don't do nobody else like that in here but me. Lady go come standing over my shoulder like that. Then I show her my phone. She looking at the phone. She want to just stand right here. That ain't your motherfucking job. Like I say, they care about more about these policies than the patient.
I think they're calling Elisa. Let's talk to her.
I just asked to speak to the manager. They talking about the manager ain't here. I asked to speak to Elise. She gone for the day. So I got to deal with these racist ass bastards in here now. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, Rusty.
Yeah.
Not you. Not you. Okay, not you. I just want you to know I'm not talking about you. Okay? Just want to mess with me. I ain't did nothing. Trying to get my treatment like everybody else.
Yeah, because you told me 355, so I just...
Right, and I was trying to stay here to get my treatment. I got to take you off because she think I was live. I wasn't even live. She just made me go live. Accusing me.
So this is what we're going to talk about, how I want to talk about it from an objective perspective and being a dialysis nurse, because I've seen this many times in my career, patient behavior like that. And the facility, not just the facility, but the medical director, he instructs us. It's in the governing body. If patients display behavior like that, cussing, the staff, their perception of how he's coming off, you can say, oh, I'm frightened of him. And when you have other patients and staff to say, I'm scared for my safety, then it becomes a different issue. And exactly. Yeah, exactly. And this is what I'm going over today, Jamie. This is what I'm going to talk about today, because I think many people miss, this information. This from the Vita. A lot of people miss this information. They sign it when they come in on admissions, but I don't think they read everything. And I want to start backwards, because I want to play this tape again. And I'm going to go, it's 13 facility rules that DaVita has. Now, I don't know what clinic Brother Bernard is. I'm not here to judge Brother Bernard in any way. But I just, because of, he posted the video and there's going to be many reactions, I want to give the perspective from what the facility looks at and how that falls into some of these rules. So let me play a little bit of that, and then I want to talk about, like I said, I'm going backwards, from backwards forth. So I'm facility rules.
And you cannot go live right now. Mr. Bryson.
You just seen this lady sit here and threaten me. I just showed y'all my phone.
She didn't threaten you.
Hi, what did she do? I just showed you both of my phones, and they were off, and she still stayed right here. That's not right. Why she do me like that?
Please. Okay, you need to calm down. You cannot go live.
And I wasn't.
No live streaming.
Right, I wasn't.
Okay, but you just told me that you're going right now.
Because she just, you
Okay.
see what she just did.
I'm gonna take you off the machine.
Do what you gotta do, Amy. Do what you gotta do. Because that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Call the manager, please. Call the manager.
He's live right now.
Get the manager. I am live.
Okay.
This lady standing behind my back. Standing behind my back. And I wasn't even live. Standing behind my back. Call whoever you want to call. Call the manager. Call the manager.
Mr. Bryson, there's no manager here right now.
Now you hear that hollering throughout the clinic. Now he's disrupting clinical operations. He's disrupting other patients, right? Yeah, and so let's talk about facility rules and what DaVita says. Number 10, taking videos, still photos, or audio recordings of patient and staff members is prohibited in the treatment area. Now you got to remember, you coming into their place. You can't come in saying that's all they care about is policy. That's all across the board. All companies, as far as dialysis companies. You can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you can't tell these people how to run their clinic if this is the rules. This is why this is in place. Number 11, no acts or threats of violence by anyone on the DaVita premises is tolerated. Now, I'm not saying he threatened anyone, but the staff can perceive that. The perception. And then number 12, which is this, no verbal, physical, or visual intimidation or harassment is allowed. Now, let's look back at the video.
And you cannot go live right now. Mr. Bryson.
You just seen this lady sit here and threaten me. I just showed y'all my phone.
She didn't threaten you.
Hi, what did she do? I just showed you both of my phones, and they were off, and she still stayed right here. That's not right. Why she do me like that?
Please. Okay, you need to calm down. You cannot go live.
And I wasn't.
No live streaming.
Right, I wasn't.
Okay, but you just told me that you're going right now.
Because she just, you
Okay.
see what she just did.
I'm gonna take you off the machine.
Do what you gotta do, Amy. Do what you gotta do. Because that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Call the manager, please.
Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Thank you for participating in the discussion. Jeffrey Phillips says, this guy in his right and stand up for his rights. Jeff, here are the rules for this company here in the United States called DaVita. It says facility rules, and everybody signs it. You sign it at the bottom. So that means you acknowledged it. So it says facility rules 1. No weapons, alcohol, or illegal drugs of any type are allowed in the dialysis facility. I may not come to the facility intoxicated or under the influence of drugs. 2, no smoking, e-cigarettes, chewing tobacco, or vaporizers are allowed in the facility. 3, no routine oral medications will be provided. I may bring these from my home. However, I must tell the staff when I take any medications in the dialysis facility because some medications can cause complications during dialysis. 4, phones, if available, must be shared. We're talking about from the clinic, must be shared among all patients. Please be considerate and pass along the phone if requested after 5 minutes. So that means if they have a facility phone, which I've seen clinics, and a patient want to use it to call somebody, and this was really before cell phones became a big thing, it would be people get on the phone and hog the phone, be 15, 20 minutes. Say you wanted to use it. You think it's right for someone else to hog up the phone for 20 minutes, and in the policy it says 5 minutes? You got to think about the other people now. Yes, the brother has a right, and we're going to go through those rights. But what about the rights of the other patients? What about their comfort, their safety, the security? We're looking at the bigger picture. If you had a mom or dad, or even you go to dialysis and you hearing this every other treatment, and the police is being called, and you've been going to this clinic for, say, 7 or 8 years, and this never happened, and all of a sudden a certain individual comes, and now the police, and this drama is always, chaos is happening. Some people are like, man, I don't want to stay here. I want to transfer. And so when people start talking about transferring, the clinic's going to do something about it, because now you're effing around with their moolah. You're messing around with clinical operations. And so, number 5, visitors are allowed in the treatment appointment area only by permission of the nurse in charge. Visitors will be offered use of appropriate personal protective equipment as deemed necessary. Number 7, shoes must be worn at all times while in the facility. Number 8, young children will not be allowed in the treatment appointment area except under special circumstances as determined by the nurse responsible for clinical care. In addition, children cannot be left in the waiting area without adult supervision. Number 9, eating is permitted during treatment. Now here they're telling you, because you remember a lot of people say, oh, you can't eat in the clinic. And some people say, yes, you can. Who is that? Hey, Kanisha, what's going on, beloved? Welcome if you're still here. Yes. Jeffrey, I know if you're in the clinic, I'm sure you don't want to hear that. Now, let's go to number 9 again. Eating is permitted during treatment. Appointment at the discretion of the facility administrator. Designee where medically indicated or as per state network requirements. So if you see somebody talking about you can't eat in the clinic or da, it depends, okay? Just remember this. The art of medicine The art of medicine. Okay, I see you, Kenesha. Oh, hey, okay, you going back and forth. Okay, beloved. The art of Kenesha. The art of medicine is not an exact science. And what I mean by that, Kenesha, you're gonna have a difference of opinions. That's why you get a second opinion, right? If you don't trust or believe what the first doctor says, right, P. Teach? What's going on, beloved? But right? Oh, P. Teach, you just got here. Let me show you this video. I'm going to replay it and show you why I'm talking about this topic. So here you go, P. Teach. Welcome, welcome, beloved.
And you cannot go live right now. Mr. Bryson.
You just seen this lady sit here and threaten me. I just showed y'all my phone.
She didn't threaten you.
What did she do? I just showed you both of my phones, and they were off, okay. And she still stayed right here. That's not right. Why she do me like that?
Please. Okay, you need to calm down. You cannot go live.
And I wasn't.
No live streaming.
Right, I wasn't.
Okay, but you just told me that you're going right now.
Because you see what she just did.
I'm gonna take you off the machine.
Do what you gotta do, Amy. Do what you gotta do. Because that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Call the manager. Please, call the manager.
He's live right now.
Get the manager. I am live. Okay. This lady standing behind my back. Standing behind my back. And I wasn't even live. Standing behind my back. Call whoever you want to call. Call the manager. Call the manager.
Mr. Bryson, there's no manager here right now. But I have to...
Well, wait, Lise.
She left for the day. She left for the day.
So who here that I can talk to?
Me or Eleanor?
Who's Eleanor?
She's Eleanor.
The one that was just standing behind me, accusing me?
Okay. Mr. Bryson, please stop doing live streaming.
I wasn't lying until y'all just said something to me, accusing me. Because she seen my phones up here. And then I showed her, and she still want to stand right here. They don't do nobody else like that but me. That's discrimination. Rusty, please, come help me. You can go. Rusty, help me. They don't give a damn about me. They accusing me, and I wasn't doing nothing. I asked for some damn Tylenol. And she come over here talking about, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. And then I showed her my phone, and she still talking about, no, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me.
So,
Just return, give out. Go ahead, just get my blood back. It's all right. That's prejudice. They don't do nobody else like that in here but me. Lady go come standing over my shoulder like that. Then I show her my phone. She looking at the phone. She want to just stand right here. That ain't your motherfucking job. Like I say, they care more about these policies than the patient.
take the record. They're calling Elise. Let's talk to her.
I just asked to speak to the manager. They talking about the manager ain't here. I asked to speak to Elise. She gone for the day. So I got to deal with these racist ass bastards in here now. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, Rusty.
Yeah.
Not you. Not you. Okay, not you. I just want you to know I'm not talking about you. Okay? Just want to mess with me. I ain't did nothing. Trying to get my treatment like everybody else.
Yeah, because you told me 3:55, so I just.
Right, and I was trying to stay here to get my treatment. I got to take you off because she think I was live. I wasn't even live. She just made me go live, accusing me.
So that's what we're talking about, P-Teach. All these nurses sing for their supper, so you can never win. I don't know what that means, Jeffrey, but I only can speak for myself, and speak about when it comes to these type of charged emotionally situations. That's why they had these rules and policies in place. Now, I'm going to go over patients' rights and responsibilities, but I'm starting from the backwards of the patient's standards of conduct, responsibilities, and facility rules. You got to remember, you're in someone else's house. That's like going to the doctor and, sitting in his office and doing shit there and breaking their office rules. They have a right, that doctor has a right to discharge you as a patient. So number 10, no taking videos, still photos, or audio recordings of patients and staff members is prohibited in the treatment area. People sign that paper. If they tell you no taking of videos, still photos, or audio recordings, which you just seen that happen in real time, of patients and staff members is prohibited, and you just saw it was in the treatment area. And if you sign the paper, you're going against this is literally a contract. That's why you sign it, so you understand it and the consequences that come with it. Jeff, we know that, brother. We know you pay the salary, insurance, and all that. I get that, Jeff, but Jeff, just like you mentioned, you was part of the magistrate. You went out and did what you did for the court. Now, if you went out and I guess the people you dealt with went against rules and policies of the magistrate or what you did, I'm sure you had to react to that. This is a different situation, but the concept still applies. You come into a clinic that has rules and policies in place for everyone to make sure everyone gets a safe and secure treatment. Now, you must not have been here the other night. And before I move on, let me show you another reason why. You must not have been here the other night, last night, where I showed patients setting the dialysis unit on fire. You must didn't see that video. I want to show it to you now. And this is why stuff like this is in place. He dumps gasoline on that patient. Yeah, oh, okay. Hello. You must didn't see that video. Did you see that video over at Uzbekistan? where patient got off the machine, went over to the patient's other patient machine and poured petrol on them, and then lit the unit on fire. So what's your response to that? This is why these type of rules are in place. And TikTok, I don't know if you've seen it. Let me show it to you. Hold on. Let me turn my phone around. This was over in Uzbekistan. Patient got off the machine and went and dumped petrol on another patient. So this is why I'm doing this live. Because when you have situations like that, wait a minute, let me turn my camera around. When you have situations like that, that's why policy is in place. And I saw Dr. Jadima in here. Welcome in, Doc. She would tell you that would be unacceptable, especially if she maybe was the medical director. Oh, I can't bring you up on the program. Not on this one. I had to send you out the information already. What type of malpractice are you talking about, Jeff? But see, you're going live stream right now. And see, some doctors tell the nurses to take the patient off. You don't know what the medical director told them. Now you again disrupting operations.
Mr. Bryson, there's no manager here right now, but I have to. But wait, Lisa. She left for the day.
Okay. So, Jeff, so when they perform malpractice on the patient is they never tell the truth on what happened. But Jeff, what are you talking about malpractice? What do you mean? Have you seen this in your unit? I don't get it. What malpractice? And if it is, they should be seeing an attorney. You got to be more specific in what you're saying, because right now you're speaking in generalization and you don't have, respectfully, any information or facts of any type of malpractice. Seriously, what do you mean malpractice? Because one, we wasn't there. We don't know what happened before the cameras went on. You're just seeing it from one perspective from the video. But I'm telling you, this is why things like this, patient standard of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules are set in place. This live is not to shame the brother or judge or anything like that, but put an understanding on why this is in place. So when people see that type of video, you're going to have different reactions. You're going to have different people react, just like how you're reacting, saying malpractice and this is your phone, and that's understandable. But if you have a clinic that has rules and you're coming there as a patient and you sign the form, when you admitted, you stated that you're going to abide by these rules. And you can't fault a clinic that if you don't abide by those rules, they're going to implement what they said they're going to do because you didn't go by those rules. So maybe on a different program. But let me go through this. Number 11, no acts or threats of violence by anyone on the facility premises is tolerated. No verbal, no physical or visual intimidation or harassment is tolerated. Number 13, everyone is responsible for immediately reporting acts of threats of violence, intimidation, or harassment. Now, when you see the brother cussing, saying MF bastard, yelling, you can't say how the staff perceives that. They could perceive that as intimidation. How are you going to tell me how I'm going to perceive someone else if they yelling and cussing? Just like I had a patient, check this out. I had a patient one day. I went over to cover a unit, a DaVita unit, our sister unit at a hospital, right? Like a 20-something chair unit. And I was working in one section as the nurse. And Tech came to me and said, patient one, I think 2 Tylenols or some Tums, something, right? So I said, okay. So I got it, went over. I can't think of the patient's name, but for the sake of this conversation, let's say the patient's name was Mr. Jackson. I came to him and said, Mr. Jackson, the text says you wanted some Tylenol or Tums. Here you go. You know what he said to me, bro? Jeffrey, get the fuck out my face, motherfucker. So I'm supposed to take that? I'm supposed to take that, Jeff? Get the fuck out my face, motherfucker. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, okay. And I just went on about my business. But TikTok, am I supposed to take that? I mean, am I wrong? I didn't get smart with the guy. I just said, whoa, I just left the situation. So I got restricted. But am I supposed to take that? I come to the patient, the staff asked me, say the patient wants some medicine. I don't know the patient from a can of paint. And I'm over there covering the unit, helping them out. And I go to the patient, say, and I was respectful. I was respectful. I said, hey, Mr. So-and-so, the text says you wanted whatever it was, Tylenol. He looked at me and said, get the F out my face, mother F. I'm like, whoa, hey, Lynette. I'm like, whoa, what? I'm like, what did I do? Let me give you another situation, Jeff. I was traveling back in 2006. I went to Houston, Texas on a 13-week travel assignment. And I was the charge nurse, and I was asked to help try to make operations efficient. So we changed the seating arrangements to make it efficient based on your hours. And we passed out a memo a week before we're going to implement this, chat. Passed it out, professional memo, letting you know next Monday your seating assignment is going to be changed. Everybody was okay with it. Okay? And guess what happened, Jeff? Come Monday, pretty much everybody was okay with it. Except this one guy who was okay at first. And this guy, Jeff, was supposed to be a minister. He was supposed to be a minister. And Monday morning came, chat, I'm making my rounds. I'm making my rounds assessing other patients. I'm assessing other patients. And this patient, he comes in, he sees he's not sitting in the same chair that he sat in for, I don't know how long before I got there, maybe years. But he was okay when we told him last week. The day comes. I'm making my rounds, chat. And he come in there, what the F going on? This. Yeah, where's Steve at? And I'm hearing this, and this is a 30-chair unit, and everybody can hear him. And I'm still making my rounds, and then he comes up, and he didn't get into my space, but he was right near my personal space. Like, what the fuck? How did this? And I didn't say no. I was like, I can't think of his name. I said, so-and-so, we talked about this. And I kept going on what I was doing because I could have got ignorant. Jeff, I could have got downright ignorant. DC style. I have a job to protect and family at that time as well. Because I could have easily be like, MF, who the F you talking to like that? I ain't no MF kid. Get the F out my face. I could have went hard too. But I had restraint and I was respectful. But I didn't deserve that. I had to go out after that and kind of de-escalate, decompress. I had to call the agency, let them know what was going on. Or the time I was in Arizona and a Caucasian patient didn't want me to dialyze him in the hospital because of the color of my skin. So this goes both ways. People are going to be people. And that's why policies like this are set in place. Because it wasn't, you see people coming in with pistols wanting to do something wrong. And again, it's not to judge anyone, but, you know, just going by your comments, Jeff, because you got to see it from both angles. Now, here's what DeVita says. In most places, most other clinics kind of go along the same principle. Potential consequences for failing to comply. That's how they wrote it, chat. Right there. Potential consequences for failing to comply. Potential consequences for failing to comply. And this is what they say. It says, I understand I must comply with all stated patient standard of conduct, responsibilities, and facility rules. My failure to comply may have serious consequences. Did you hear what that said? My failure to comply may have serious consequences, including but not limited to physical side effects, loss of privileges. See, they saying that it's a privilege to be a patient in that facility. Because they just stated loss of privileges and temporary or permanent dismissal from the facility. Hello. So it ain't, if they want to discharge you, they can discharge you. It's a process they got to go through, but they can do it. And you can't do shit about it. I showed you the video yesterday or last night of the gentleman who said his words alone got him kicked out. He said he feel like pew pew in the place because the machines were broken. Next thing you know, he get a letter saying he got to go. Saying he got to go. I showed that video. These people ain't playing around. Now it says, if I behave in a way that violates these patients' standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules, the administrator, physician, or regional director, as applicable, will discuss the behavior with me. Should I continue to behave in a way that is detrimental to the proper functioning of the facility, the interdisciplinary team, with the guidance of ESRD Network, will follow a progressive behavioral management process up to and including potential involuntary discharge. Now, yeah, there's rules. Absolutely, we got rules. And that's what I'm getting to, Jeff. PT. Wouldn't you think this right here, should I continue to behave in a way that is detrimental to the proper functioning of the facility? Now,
And you cannot go live right now. Mr. Bryson.
You just seen this lady sit here and threaten me. I just showed y'all my phone.
She didn't threaten you.
Hi, what did she do? I just showed you both of my phones, and they were off, and she still stayed right here. That's not right. Why she do me like that?
Please. Okay, you need to calm down. You cannot go live.
And I wasn't.
No live streaming.
Right, I wasn't.
Okay, but you just told me that you're going right now.
Because she just, you
Okay.
see what she just did.
I'm gonna take you off the machine.
Do what you gotta do, Amy. Do what you gotta do. Because that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Call the manager. Please, call the manager.
He's live right now.
Get the manager. I am live.
Okay.
This lady standing behind my back. Standing behind my back. And I wasn't even live. Standing behind my back. Call whoever you want to call. Call the manager.
PT, if you still here or anyone's here, do you think some of that behavior was detrimental to the proper functioning of the facility, in your opinion? Now, it goes on to say, I agree, and PT is right, it's a contract. I agree to abide by the patient's standards of conduct, responsibilities, and facility rules at all times while registered as a patient at this facility. And then it says, I hereby acknowledge that I have read and understand the above. I have asked whatever questions I have regarding the patient's standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules. If I have further questions, I will ask them. And then you sign, acknowledging you understand this. So if that type of behavior comes up, they can go to the paperwork. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because I know, if you was there getting your treatment and you trying to just relax, get your treatment, I'm sure you wouldn't want to hear that. Be like, damn, shit, I just wish I would have went home and did home dialysis. Oh my God, that water's good. All right, I don't know if Mr. Jeffrey's still here. But now let's talk about patients' rights. Let's talk about patients' rights. And if you're just tuning in, you're watching Dialysis at Night with Steve the Kidney Nurse. I'm your host, Steve the Kidney Nurse. I'm broadcasting simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. Welcome, Murph. Welcome, TikTok. The Cody, what's going on? Who else in here? Day and Linger, what do you do when charged nurses and doctors make hostile? Oh, that's when you call the state. That's when you call the state because, see, and that's when you make anonymous calls. Call the administrator. But don't get in a verbal tussle with them. I know, because I want to read this. I'm about to read patients' rights, your rights as a patient. See, if you get in a tussle with them, they can spin the narrative. They can spin the narrative. So that's what I'm saying. Don't get in no tussle. Just go behind the scenes. Thank you, Murph. Welcome, brother. Welcome. So, because it's people who tussle and they got kicked out because the narrative was spun. Right, Kier? And when I'm going to get you on the co-host with the brother. How often are the rules rights are reviewed, but not enough. Not enough. Some companies give them a book that has it to remind them. And they're supposed to go over it like different educational stuff quarterly. But APTs, let's get into it. TikTok. Hey, Play with Star, what's going on? Welcome. I see you took a break from the gaming world. We got the gaming world over here. Play with Star. He definitely take you up the mountain. No, he ain't got that game no more. What's up, my friend? Welcome, Chico. Lisa Aguilar, what's going on? Muy bien, gracias. Me llamo Esteban. Yeah, I know a little Spanish. When I was down in Houston, I had to pick it up. So I had to, I was charged down there. We had Spanish patients. I had to come in. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. I had my share of menudo. Oh, we got Theodore up in here. We got Chalaka up in here from Indonesia. We got the Chalaka from Indonesia. You Chalaka. I'll be over there soon. Not like today soon. When I get some more TikTok money to spend. Hey, boy, it's hard out here in the U.S. Hey, Chalaka, can you spare a dime? Can you spare a dime, brother? Hey, PT, tell him it's hard out here being a pimp. You know what I'm saying? But look, let's go. All jokes aside, let's get into patients' rights. I think Greg might have left because he was like, what rights do the patient has, or do the staff? No, the staff is held under definite protocol, behavioral protocol, customer service. Yeah, APT. I got an electric car, but that shit's still expensive. But look, PT, patient's rights. DaVita has 31 in this right here. So let's talk about it. Purpose. This form outlines the rights you have as a patient treating at a DaVita or Fresenius or whatever facility you go to. Then it says, please read the following statements carefully. So this is included in your packet, a mission packet, which has your consent form, other assignment of benefits, advanced directives, immunization, a lot of stuff. And a lot of people sign it and don't go back and really read it because shit, it's a lot. Your first day, you may not be feeling well. You may not want to read all this. Like, shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to read this. I'll read it later. Ain't that right, Miss Sydney? Miss Sydney, your first day, dialysis. Some people don't want to read all this. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I know I wouldn't. I like, let me sign it and I'll read it later. And I may not get to it later. And this is where the problem comes in, Miss Sydney. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, awesome beloved. Joe Foster, what's going on? I'm doing patients' right from that Brother Bernard video. And I think you may have shared it, or I think you reposted it. Brother Joe, I think you reposted it. Didn't you repost that? I'm not sure if it was you or Cliff. Oh, that was you. Hey, so Joe. Okay. All right, I know. All right, Miss Sydney. You my cohort. But Joe, that shows you. You see where my mind is. I'm in tune. Because most people wouldn't remember that. Like, I remember you posted that, Joe. But I remember that. See, I'm in tune, so I ain't capping. Hey, Joe, I'm in it to win it. I live this, brother. Nah, but welcome, Joe. But this is what I'm talking about based off that video. This is why I'm talking about patients' rights and responsibilities. I didn't already went over I went backwards. I started with patient standard of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules, which many were broken by the video. And Joe, I'm not here. This is not here as a judgment or anything like that, because it goes both ways. But just to give people a perspective of how the facility from working on the dialysis side looks at it. So that's why I poured out DaVita's policy. You know, I got to come with receipts. I got to come with receipts, Joe. I can't talk out the side of my neck. And it is. You see the logo right there. Joe, power to the people. Power to the people, P-Teach. But no, all jokes aside, let's get back into it. But welcome, man. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. So here's what DaVita says, or whatever facility you go to, DCI, Fresenius, US Reno, Liberty, Community, Satellite. This is mostly in the United States. I can't speak if you're overseas. Hey, Kiera, I can't speak if they overseas, beloved. Yeah, okay, Miss Cindy, I got you. You hammering it home. Steve, I was working dialysis, boy. Well, Negro, it's not, I'm a patient. I was in a hospital acute, and I was working on my doctorate. I remember. Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. You're here now. But no, let's talk about it. Now I'm talking about patients' rights, Kiera. So this is what the big companies say. And you fill it in, blank patient, it could be DaVita, it could be Fresenius, whoever. As a DaVita patient, I understand I am entitled to the following. Number one, to be fully informed of my rights, including privacy rights, responsibilities, and all rules governing conduct related to patient care, services, and financial policies responsibilities. Number two, you are entitled to be accepted for admission without regard to national origin or sponsor, race, age, sex, religion, disability, payer, sexual orientation, marital status, or other factors unrelated to the provision of appropriate medical care. 3, you're entitled to be treated with 1, respect, dignity, and recognition of my individuality, choices, strengths, abilities, cultural values, religious beliefs, and personal needs to the extent possible during treatment. And 2, sensitivity to my psychological needs and ability to cope with ESRD. Number 4, you're entitled to the right to privacy and confidentiality in all aspects of treatment. So if each patient is reading this and they see somebody else recording, you see where this comes into play? They may feel that their rights are being violated because other people are seeing them from a live stream. Number 4 says each patient reads the same thing: the right to privacy and confidentiality in all aspects of treatment. The dialysis facility will make accommodations to provide for patient privacy when patients are examined or body exposure is required, for example, privacy screens or curtains. Number 5, you're entitled to be free from abuse, neglect, exploitation, coercion, manipulation, sexual abuse, sexual assault, seclusion, or restraint if not necessary to prevent harm to myself or others, or misappropriation of my personal property from the facility teammates. Now, I don't know where my friend Jeffrey went. I'm hearing crickets from him. Number 6, you're entitled to receive adequate, safe, sanitary, and efficient dialysis treatment and respectful care by competent personnel in a comfortable environment. And I've always shared this, chat. That's why you see me on some of my videos. I be pointing out stuff at clinics, telling you what to look out for, pointing out where you see some dirt on the O2 concentrator, stuff like that on the wall, the acid in the bicarb. So yeah. Number 7, you're entitled to receive all information in a way that I can understand. Number 8, to receive assistance from a family member, representative, or other individual in understanding, protecting, and or exercising my rights. Number 9, to be fully informed of all services available in the facility and charges not covered under Medicare or other health insurance as applicable. Number 10, upon request to receive any information which the facility has available related to financial assistance and free health care. Number 11, to be fully informed of my right to execute an advance directive and of DaVita's policy that properly executed and documented advance directives will be honored and carried out in DaVita facilities. Number 12, and this is one patients have to really adhere to this and really understand this, of your rights. Number 12, you had a right to choose and to change. Let me repeat this. You have the right to choose and to change physician and or treatment facility provided that the new physician and or facility can reasonably accommodate me. I am advised to confirm that the facility under consideration has been certified by Medicare. Let me pause right there for a moment. You have a right, like they say, to choose and to change physician and or treatment facility, provided that's the TikTok. That's the key. Provided that the new physician and or facility can reasonably accommodate me. So say, let's just use this brother for instance. And let's hope everything works out for this brother, that he can continue to receive safe and efficient dialysis. But let's say, because it's the weekend, Monday a holiday. So let's just say they come back Tuesday, Wednesday, and give this brother a letter. Because this is something that just don't happen overnight as far as you're gone. You got to go through a process. So we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But granted, this is the second time law enforcement were called. And a lot of clinics, when they see this, they don't want to keep going through this because it's disrupting operations. When you got a company making millions of dollars a year, a month, or however, and all of a sudden now you got patients other than this brother wanting to discharge because they don't feel safe, then that's going to be a problem. And these clinics are going to eliminate that problem. And so you got to go through steps. But what happened, right, is they try to find him a place. And they calling around. Say if he was at a DaVita, he couldn't go to no DaVitas. That would be a no-go because they trying to get him out of the DaVita system. So that's out the question. So they try to call a Fresenius. We have a patient want to transfer, and they're going to want to know why. They're going to ask any issues going on. Sometimes they may not say nothing to try to dump the patient. And then sometimes, if the physician get involved, call and talk to the other physician, he might say, yeah, this guy is a problem. And the other physician is not required to take him as a patient. He doesn't have to take him. And that's why you see patients get referred to as blackballed, because they can't go to another facility. They have to go to a hospital maybe twice a week. And they're not getting their full treatment consistently. And this basically can shorten their lifespan. It's not fair at all. There's no appeal process, and many patients have expired behind this. I've done many lives. There's articles about this. But I would say, if you got an issue with your facility, don't tussle with the staff and raise, commotion and chaos. There's a right way and a wrong way to go about this. If you don't like the unit you're at, You're seeing unsafe practices, unclean environment, transfer behind the scenes. Don't say nothing to nobody. Just transfer. Say you like to transfer. That way, there's no friction on your records to potentially derail you getting out of that facility. Number 13, you're entitled to know who your primary physician is and to participate with your primary physician in planning your care. Number 14, to know the names, professional status, and experience of staff who are providing and coordinating your care and treatment. So you there sitting in the chair, you got a right to ask somebody, hey, what's your name? How many years of experience you have? And if you don't feel comfortable with them sticking you, you let the charge nurse know. Number 15, you had a right upon request to obtain any explanation as to the relationship, if any, of the facility to any other healthcare facility or educational institutions, insofar as that relationship relates to my care or treatment. Hey, Courtney, you missed it. Let me tell you, I saw your comment earlier, and I wasn't following. I know about this all too well. This video. And this is what I'm talking about from a professional perspective and how the clinic sees this. That's definitely disrupting the facility, the operations. And I was mentioning some patients be like, man, I don't want to deal with that foolishness. I'm gonna transfer. And when the companies start hearing that, you cutting into their money. Courtney, you cutting into their money. And that's where you wasn't here in the beginning, Courtney. I started from the back with patient standard of conduct, responsibilities, and facility rules. And the one thing, this is the Vita contract right there. I mean, it's not you might as well, I don't want to say it's a contract, but you might as well say it is because you signed it. But it says number 10, the facility rules, taking videos, still photos, or audio recording of patients and staff members is prohibited in the treatment area. Right here, he's taking audio of the staff right there. Hey, what's going on, veteran kidney? I mean, technically, he breaking the rules right there. He videotaping the staff and he's audio recording. So it says it right here. Taking video, still photos, or audio recordings of patients and staff members is prohibited in the treatment area. And then it goes on to say, if you continue to do this, potential consequences for failing to comply. I understand I must comply Yeah, it is. I agree with that. But, I think when situations get emotionally charged like that, we got to look out for patient safety, other patients as well. But it says, I understand I must comply with all stated patient standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules. My failure to comply may have serious consequences, including but not limited to physical side effects, loss of privileges. And see, they consider dialysis a privilege, and temporary or permanent dismissal from the facility. If I behave in a way that violates these patient standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules, the administrator, physician, or regional director, as applicable, will discuss the behavior with me. Should I continue to behave in a way that is detrimental? So here's the kicker right here. Should I continue to behave in a way that is detrimental to the proper functioning of the facility, the interdisciplinary team, with the guidance of the ESRD network, will follow a progressive behavioral management process up to and including potential involuntary discharge. And then it goes on to say, I agree to abide by the patient standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules at all times while registered as a patient with this facility. And then it goes on to say, I hereby acknowledge that I have read and understand the above. I have asked whatever questions I have regarding the patient's standards of conduct, responsibilities, and facility rules. And if I have further questions, I will ask them. And then you sign it. Then you sign it. I mean, it's written in black and white. But then so that's number 15. I'm sorry, 15. Upon request to attain, I think I went over this. Yeah, I did that. 16, to receive a full explanation by my physician, allied health professional, of the nature of my medical status and the necessity for recommended treatment appointments, including the risks, side effects, expected outcomes, and other treatment appointment options before giving consent to or refusing treatment appointments. 17, to expect and receive appropriate assessment, management, and treatment of pain as an integral component of my care. 18, to receive full explanation of, here we go, to receive a full explanation of facility policies regarding patient care, including but not limited to certain policies about infectious diseases that may require me to be dialyzed in a separate space from other patients, and policies about visitors and socialization within the facility. Number 19, to be fully informed about all treatment modalities, including but not limited to transplantation, home dialysis, home hemodialysis, intermittent peritoneal dialysis, continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis, in-center hemodialysis, in-facility nocturnal hemodialysis, hospice, and the option of no treatment at all. Number 20, to receive resource information for dialysis modalities not offered by the facility, include information about alternative scheduling options for working patients. Something that doesn't happen a lot. You can go to a clinic right now that doesn't offer home dialysis, but they never told you about home dialysis, right? They never told you, so you don't know about it. You say, no one ever told me about that. Hey, what's up, Living Life? What's up, beloved? You just got here, so let me share what the reason why I'm talking about what I'm talking about, which is patient standard of conduct. Living Life, you still here? And I'll show you a little bit of the video. Okay, so this is the video. I don't know if you've seen this or you've been on TikTok, but this video was played on TikTok. I know the brother. I've never met him, but I know him. And this is not to judge him or anything like this, but to give you from the healthcare perspective on why we have patient rights, patient standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules.
And you cannot go live right now. Mr. Bryson.
You just seen this lady sit here and threaten me. I just showed y'all my phone.
She didn't threaten you.
What did she do? I just showed you both of my phones, and they were off, okay. And she still stayed right here. That's not right. Why she do me like that?
Please. Okay, you need to calm down. You cannot go live.
And I wasn't.
No live streaming.
Right, I wasn't.
Okay, but you just told me that you're going right now.
Because she just did what she just did.
I'm going to take you off the machine.
Do what you got to do, Amy. Do what you got to do. Because that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Call the manager. Please, call the manager.
He's live right now.
Get the manager. I am live. Okay. This lady standing behind my back. Standing behind my back. And I wasn't even live. Standing behind my back. Call whoever you want to call. Call the manager. Call the manager.
Mr. Bryson, there's no manager here right now. But I have to...
Well, wait, Lise.
She left for the day. She left for the day.
So who here that I can talk to?
Me or Eleanor?
Who's Eleanor?
She's Eleanor.
The one that was just standing behind me, accusing me?
Okay. Mr. Bryson, please stop doing live streaming.
I wasn't lying until y'all just said something to me, accusing me. Because she seen my phones up here. And then I showed her, and she still want to stand right here. They don't do nobody else like that but me. That's discrimination. Rusty, please, come help me. You can go. Rusty, help me. They don't give a damn about me. They accusing me, and I wasn't doing nothing. I asked for some damn Tylenol. And she come over here and talk about, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. And then I showed her my phone, and she still talk about, no, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me.
So,
Just return, give it out. Go ahead, just get my blood back. It's all right. That's prejudice. They don't do nobody else like that in here but me. Lady go come standing over my shoulder like that. Then I show her my phone. She looking at the phone. She want to just stand right here. That ain't your motherfucking job. Like I say, they care more about these policies than the patient.
Check the record. They're calling Elisa. Just to talk to her.
I just asked to speak to the manager. They talking about the manager ain't here. I asked to speak to Elise. She gone for the day. So I got to deal with these racist ass bastards in here now. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, Rusty.
Yeah.
Not you. Not you. Okay, not you. I just want you to know I'm not talking about you. Okay? Just want to mess with me. I ain't did nothing. Trying to get my treatment like everybody else.
Yeah, because you told me 355, so I just...
Right, and I was trying to stay here to get my treatment. I got to take you off because she think I was live. I wasn't even live. She just made me go live. Accusing me.
All right. So living life 40-10. That's why I'm doing this live. Did you hear the guy in the background? Hey, boy, wait, man. You know, administration hear that, boy. They gonna like that. But number 20, he said, hey. If I was there, I would have been in the back, like, you know, go ahead, like over there and try to quiet Brother Bernard. Like, Brother Bernard, come on now. You know, relax, brother. Come on now. And then I go over and talk to the other person. Hey. Like, Mr. Johnson, come on now. Steve, hey. Come on, Mr. Johnson. Nah. But here's number 20. You have a right to receive resource information. I think I went over this. Number 21, to be advised of research studies that affect my care and give my informed written consent to participate in such, research or refuse to participate. 22, to be informed about whether the facility is participating in any teaching programs and to refuse to allow their participation in my treatment. Number 23, to be transferred or discharged only for medical reasons, for my own welfare or that of other patients or for non-payment of. Now, you hear this? This is what, again, when you see lives and people like the blacklisted patient or anyone else who say they've been kicked out, and you say, why you call Medicare, call the state, or do this, do that. They can't do that. Yes, they can. And it's telling you right here under patient, not just in the back under facility rules, not complying, but right here on 23 patient rights. You have a right to be transferred or discharged only for medical reasons, for my own welfare or that of other patients, or for non-payment of fees. If I am discharged for these reasons, I will be given advance written notice of 30 days unless the reason involves issues of immediate, simply Courtney, don't make it right through. I'm not sure what that was for, Joe. But Joe, it says, if I am discharged for these reasons, I will be given advance written notice of 30 days unless the reason involves issues of immediate safety to other patients or teammates. Now, living life, what I just showed you, do you think that would meet the criteria for what I just read? Immediate safety of other patients and teammates. These actions with items in the patient standard of conduct These actions may result in an immediate discharge. Immediate meaning now, today, get out. Reasons for involuntary discharge may include failure to comply with items in the patient standard of conduct, responsibility, and facilities rules, which are provided in the patient registration packet. Now, living life, it tells you here. And they got a signature block that you sign. So you acknowledging that you understand that and that it can take place. Number 24, you have a right to review your medical records with supervision by the facility administrator or designee at a time mutually agreed upon by you and the facility administrator or designee in advance. Kidney girl, what's up, beloved? Hey, I see you be all over the place. I say Leslie be getting around. That's my friend Leslie out of the what is it? The ATL. I be seeing you in panels. I be seeing you in comments. I love it, Leslie. I love it that you're getting around. Because you know me and you go back. Me and Leslie don't go back like that, right? We talking about social media. We talking about social media. But I never seen Leslie, like that, when it comes to social media. But I'm glad to see you out there putting in some information and dialogue and just sharing your experience and hope and strength and engaging. I guess that's a better word, engaging. What's that? Oh. Anyway, where living life, shake my head. No, I don't think so, but he was extreme. Hey, Leslie. Oh, living life said, hey, Leslie, y'all know each other? What's this? Living life 6 degrees of separation? No, it's 3 degrees. You know Leslie, Leslie know you. But no. Number 26, you have a right to receive your medical records, and the information contained will be considered private and confidential and only released in compliance with state and federal law. 28, you have a right to freely express comments, complaints, or grievances verbally or in writing, personally, anonymously, or through a representative of my choosing. My comments, complaints, and grievances may be expressed to the My comments, complaints, and grievances may be expressed to facility teammates, administration, the VETA Corporate Compliance Department, the ESRD Network Organization, and appropriate regulatory agencies without fear or reprisal or denial of service. Now, here's where this can get really sticky. Here's where, because you don't know, you make a complaint and they may start doing things that may seem reprisal for reporting them or something that may happen. So you just never know. Each clinic is different because of the people who's in charge. See, the policy is in place. It's the people like the facility administrator, clinical manager. Oh, okay. You're just saying hi. I was about to say, Leslie, Living Life 4010 from YouTube said hi. Y'all don't know each other, but she was just saying hi. I was about to say, oh, mess, here it goes. 6-degree separation. Yeah, Living Life. Yeah, blackball. And that's a big thing in this space, but it's rarely talked about. It's rarely talked about, beloved. And that's why I try to come on here and shed light on it. And I'm coming from a objective perspective. Number 29. Oh, no. Let me finish with 28. It says, my comments, complaints, or grievances may be expressed to facility teammates, administration, compliance department, ESRD network, organization, and appropriate regulatory agencies without fear of reprisal or denial of services, discrimination, or retaliation. That's what I wanted to say, retaliation. All comments, complaints, and grievances will be resolved in a timely manner in accordance with the facility's grievance process. Information regarding the grievance process will be provided to me, and the facility social worker will assist you if needed. 29. You have a right to have all reasonable requests responded to promptly and adequately within the capacity of the facility. 30. You have a right to be informed about and participate, if desired, in all aspects of my individualized plan of care and be informed of the right to refuse treatment and to be fully informed of the medical consequences of refusing treatment appointment. Now, let me share something with you, chat. There's something that a lot of people don't know. Exactly, Living Life. Exactly. And a Living Life. Let me share something that's on this consent form, that a practice that this company did, the VETA, that a lot of people don't know. And it's on the consent form. 31, it says, if I require hemodialysis and wait a minute. Hold on, let me repeat this. 31, if I require hemodialysis and dialyzer reuse is practiced in the facility. Now, Living Life, dialyzer reuse is once you finish using this filter, You take it to the back and they clean it out and put disinfectant in it until your next treatment. And then, you come your next treatment, when they hang it up, it rinses the disinfectant out. And they can reuse that up to 30, 40, 50 times and charge the government the same price as if it was a new one. So it says, I am entitled to the fund to give or refuse permission to participate in the reuse program and to request to change from one to the other at any time, either verbally or in writing. Refusal to participate in reuse will still allow me to dialyze in this facility and receive other service. Then they say, however, failure to agree to reuse will minimally restrict your choice of a dialyzer. This is some bull crap. And then the next one, you have a right to have questions about reuse answered in a complete and understandable way. Then it goes on to say, I hereby acknowledge that I have read and understand the above. I have asked whatever questions I have regarding the patient's rights, and if I have further questions, I will ask them. And then you sign, and then it's a witness to your signature. And then you have patients' standards of conduct and responsibilities. And there's 16 of them. I'm going to go over them because I already went over the facility rules. I want to go over the patient standard of conduct, responsibilities. I want to end my live, go replenish my water. And then I'm going to come back on live with a whole different topic. Oh, hey, living life. I'll be talking about something totally different. Right? But it's going to be interesting. Right? And let me take a pause for the cause. Living life. TikTok. Let me take a pause for the cause. Because I don't never be, and I got to do more of this. Because if I wrote these damn books, I got to sell them, living life. You know what I'm saying? But y'all check your boy out. These are one of my 4 books. This one, Conquering the Big 3, A Guide to Diabetes, Hypertension, and Kidney Disease. And this is for people who are in that stage 1, 2, 3, even 4, even 5, and you're not on dialysis. But here's what the editor says. In Conquering the Big 3, A Guide to Diabetes, Hypertension, and Kidney Disease, Stephen L. Belcher, a seasoned nurse practitioner with dual master degrees in nursing and health science, embarks on a mission to demystify the complexities surrounding 3 of the most prevalent chronic conditions affecting millions worldwide. This comprehensive guide, because it is a guide you can put in your pocket. This comprehensive guide is crafted with the lay person in mind, aiming to empower readers with the knowledge and tools necessary to navigate the challenges of diabetes, hypertension, and kidney disease. Belcher combines his extensive clinical experience with a compassionate approach to patient care, offering a beacon of hope and a roadmap for those seeking to take control of their health. The book breaks down the latest research into manageable, understandable segments, providing practical advice on managing symptoms, making informed lifestyle choices, and understanding the interconnections between these conditions. Conquering the Big Three is more than just a health guide. It's a partner in the journey towards wellness, offering strategies for prevention, early detection, and effective management. Through personal anecdotes, patient stories, and evidence-based practices, Belcher illustrates how making small, sustainable changes can lead to significant improvements in quality of care. Whether you're a patient, caregiver, this book will help. Whether you're a patient, caregiver, or simply someone interested in health and wellness, this book will equip you with the insights needed to confront these diseases head on and pave the way for a healthier future. Available on my website, Stevethekidneynurse.com or BarnesandNobles.com or Amazon.com. If you order from my website, I will personally sign it for you. So, and just for today, promotion. Today, the first person who hits my inbox on TikTok say, Steve, send me that book. I seen it. You got to say that. Say, Steve, send me that book. I seen it. The first person that hits my inbox with that on TikTok, I send you a free signed copy. But nobody's not going to do it because you know why I live in life? People don't believe that somebody would send them something free. But if you do go to my DM and say that, Steve, I seen it. Send me that book. You gotta put your address. All right, let's get back to the show. Now we're gonna go over these 16. What time is it? Okay. We're gonna go over these 16 patient standards of conduct and responsibilities. Thank you, Living Life. I appreciate that, beloved. I try. Hey, you know what they say? An idle mind is a devil's workshop. So I gotta stay on it because if I don't, me and the devil will be tussling, Living Life. It be grabbing me like this, and I be, get off me. So yeah. So here we go. This is the purpose for patient standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules. The purpose. The purpose of this form is to acknowledge that as a blank patient, whether it's DaVita or Fresenius, I must comply with the following responsibilities to myself, the facility, the DaVita teammates, and my fellow patients. I am also responsible adhering to the facility rules. Failure to comply with the patient standard of conduct, responsibilities, and facility rules may result in consequences. And they put that on here, not me. They put that on here. So then it says, please read the following statements carefully. Patient standards of conduct and responsibilities. Number one, I had a responsibility to comply with the DaVita financial policies and am required to sign the patient acknowledgement authorization and financial responsibility form. 2, I had a responsibility to provide DaVita with accurate identification, demographic information, and insurance coverage information upon registration with DaVita and throughout the course of receiving treatment from clinic. 3, I have the responsibility to cooperate with the social worker and keep him or her updated with changes to my name, residential address, insurance or financial status, employment, changes in my family support system, and other changes that may affect my health care and ability to meet my financial obligations for services received from facility. I'm not going to say the name, but facility. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I will notify facility as soon as possible, but no later than 2 business days after any such changes. 4, I am responsible for coming to treatments as scheduled and arriving on time. If I need to change my scheduled treatment time, I must notify the facility administrator during normal business hours and no later than 2 hours prior to my scheduled treatment, and the change must be approved by the facility administrator. 5, I had a responsibility to follow the directions of the charge nurse while in the facility. 6, if I submit an advance directive, I am responsible for immediately notifying my attending physician, the nurse responsible for my clinical care, and or my social worker if I want to change my advance directive in any way. 7, I had a responsibility to adhere to all aspects of my dialysis treatment as prescribed by my physician. If I disagree with the prescription or desire that change be made, I must discuss it with my attending physician. My physician is the only one who can change these orders. 8, I am responsible for my own transportation. 9, I am responsible for treating other patients, visitors, and facility teammates with consideration and respect. I will not engage in any behavior that endangers, threatens, or harm others or use profanity. And if you look at that video, unfortunately, Brother Bernard used profanity. He used profanity. He said MF. Um, 10, I am responsible for treating other patients' information as confidential. 11, as an integral part of my healthcare team, I am responsible for participating in the care planning process to the extent I'm reasonably able. 12, I am responsible for making child care arrangements so that children are not brought to the dialysis facility without supervision. 13, I am responsible for telling my healthcare team if I have experienced any health problems between treatments, have seen a physician, or have been given new medications and or had old medications changed. 14, between treatments, I am responsible for following the directions from my healthcare team that are intended to prevent health problems. 15, I am responsible for complying with laundering instructions provided by the facility when laundering personal clothing and linen. 16, I am responsible for following the facility infection control and safety policies, hand washing at all times, but particularly when entering the facility, prior to initiation of treatment in the facility, and prior to exiting the facility. If I am receiving hemodialysis, this also includes ensuring my vascular access site and line connections are visible at all times while receiving treatment. And that's it. I already went over the patient standards of conduct, responsibility, and facility rules, but to give you the one that applies to that videotape you saw is number 10, facility rules. Taking videos, still photos, or audio recording. And you can hear that.
And you cannot go live right now. Mr. Bryson.
You just seen this lady sit here and threaten me. I just showed y'all my phone.
She didn't threaten you.
What did she do? I just showed you both of my phones, and they were off, okay. And she still stayed right here. That's not right. Why she do me like that?
Please. Okay, you need to calm down. You cannot go live.
And I wasn't.
No live streaming.
Right, I wasn't.
Okay, but you just told me that you're going right now.
Because she just did what she just did.
I'm gonna take you off the machine.
Do what you gotta do, Amy. Do what you gotta do. Because that's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay.
Call the manager. Please, call the manager.
He's live right now.
Get the manager. I am live. Okay. This lady standing behind my back. Standing behind my back. And I wasn't even live. Standing behind my back. Call whoever you want to call. Call the manager. Call the manager.
Mr. Bryson, there's no manager here right now. But I have to...
Well, wait, Lise.
She left for the day. She left for the day.
So who here that I can talk to?
Me or Eleanor?
Who's Eleanor?
She's Eleanor.
The one that was just standing behind me, accusing me?
Okay. Mr. Bryson, please stop doing live streaming.
I wasn't lying until y'all just said something to me, accusing me. Because she seen my phones up here. And then I showed her, and she still want to stand right here. They don't do nobody else like that but me. That's discrimination. Rusty, please, come help me. You can go. Rusty, help me. They don't give a damn about me. They accusing me, and I wasn't doing nothing. I asked for some damn Tylenol. And she come over here and talk about, let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. And then I showed her my phone, and she still talk about, no, you can't do that to me. You can't do that to me.
So,
Just return, give out. Go ahead, just get my blood back. It's all right. That's prejudice. They don't do nobody else like that in here but me. Lady go come standing over my shoulder like that. Then I show her my phone. She looking at the phone. She want to just stand right here. That ain't your motherfucking job.
Right there, the use of profanity, him recording, you hear the staff. So number 10 says taking videos, still photos, or audio recording of patients, which you heard the patient in the background. Say, you heard the staff. So that was audio recording of patient and staff members because you heard the conversation. And staff member is prohibited in the treatment area. Then number 12 says no verbal, physical, or visual intimidation or harassment tolerated. But then if we go back to one of the ones I said where they said, I am responsible for treating other patients, visitors, and facility teammates with consideration and respect. Now, I don't know what happened before that, so I just could go by the video. Then it says, I will not engage in any behavior that endangers, threatens, or harm others or use profanity. So I mean, this very emotional situation. Like I said, I'm not here to judge. Just here to listen and understand, and also show the perspective from healthcare, mainly the dialysis unit, and how they look at it from the policy point of view. So, with that being said, I want to end this live stream on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to go replenish, take a break, and then I'm going to come back. I was just going to do TikTok, but I'm going to come back on live if you care to join me. And I want to surprise you with a different topic, because I don't know the topic. I got to go look at the thick pack of information that I want to share. But make sure you see notifications and you see me live in about, what time is it? 10:15. About 10:45, between 10:45 and 11. Come back and holler at your boy. All right? It's your boy Steve, the Kidney Nurse. Thank you for joining from YouTube. I appreciate everyone who joined Living Life. It's always a pleasure to see you here, beloved. P Teach, it's always a pleasure to see you, beloved, as well. Latasha Garner, always to see you as well. Thank you for support. And thank you for, giving me a shout out to your friend Meechy Meech. Look like I think he got a PD catheter. But, much respect for acknowledging me and sharing my information. Hopefully he'll reach out to me. And big ups to Jeffrey. He probably left. Boy, you were tough on me tonight. You treat me like a bumper clock. What's that? Oh, that's not Trinidad. That's Jamaica. He probably got all loud like, that bumper clock, man. Hey, yo, lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, no bumper clock. Oh, man, but much respect, Jeff. I always appreciate, your opinions and your comments. And Kanisha. We can't forget Kanisha. What's up, beloved? Thank you for stopping by. If you're still here, I'm coming back on between 10 and 11 to talk about some great information. And then Kid Bengala, thank you for stopping by. So I see you soon. This is your boy Steve, the Kidney Nurse. And I hope you enjoyed this broadcast of patients' rights, patients' responsibility, standards of conduct. We'll see you soon. Stay blessed and encouraged. Peace.
Steve on the mic, yeah, the nurse got skill, break it down smooth, keep the whole squad chill, talking about kidneys, yeah, we keep them on track. If your numbers off balance, he gon' bring them right back. Got the wisdom on deck, no stress, just facts, hydration, motivation every time he reacts. From the clinic hallway to your podcast feed, dropping gems so fresh, yeah, that's all you need. Stevethekidneynurse, yeah, you know the name, keep your body in check, yeah, we play no games, real talk, real health, yeah,